Y'all, this video is going to be pretty much the most conclusive thing I could possibly offer about what just happened in Minneapolis. Because the whole angle of he was murdered by aggressive ICE agents is not true. In fact, what this looks like is one of the worst stacks of unintended events that I've ever seen. I'm going to walk you through the entire thing, and guys, I need you to send this one out because I have not seen anyone do the video that I'm about to do. And hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on because, honest to God, this is important for our country to show you what I believe I have found and built together for you in this video. Now, as we get into this, I want to say something really quickly. First of all, follow me on X at Braden LOA so we can continue to fight the right fight for our country. But if you're one of the new 150,000 people or 130,000 people who have subscribed to the channel, first of all, welcome. Second of all, I want to bring you into something that's really important. If you are not familiar with my prior history on YouTube, I am heavily involved in the gun world. I'm heavily involved in the Second Amendment rights and advocacy space. I'm heavily involved in litigation, SCOTUS, all of it for the gun world. I would say that I'm an expert in this field, okay? As we go through these things, I've pieced these videos together to show you what has actually occurred, at least in my opinion, and you guys can let me know what you think in the comments field below. But I want to show you this because I have seen no one do this or catch what I'm about to show you. Okay, here we go. First of all, this is about to blow up the internet. You're about to see video after video after video, probably around this topic, okay? Alex Pretty's SIG handgun has history of accidentally firing, offering possible clue to why border agents shot him. Now, I'm not going to touch this. I cannot prove it. I was not there. This is my hypothesis and theory, and I'm going to supplement it by showing you the clips that I pieced together for you. But I bet you're going to see a whole lot of this. I'm not touching it, okay? All right, let's keep on going because I can't prove it. What I want to show you right now is something that is incredibly crucial, and it's around a concept called contagious gunfire, which is then combined with standard law enforcement practice, which is combined with protest activity. Okay? And this isn't even really protest. I would call this obstructionist activity. Someone mentioned in one of my posts, it's peaceful assembly is the right, and that is correct. This is not peaceful assembly. But anyway, let's keep on going. I want you to pay attention to the guy in the gray at the center of this frame. This is an agent. Gray baseball cap, gray jacket. Okay? He is the one that takes away the gun. The guy did have a gun. He did. Objectively, he had a gun. And when he takes away this gun, they yell, gun. That's standard process, okay? They grab the gun and remove it from the fight. I'm going to show you that right now. I'm going to kill the audio because you don't need the audio, but I'm going to walk you through this because this is what happened. That agent right there is struggling with the guy on the ground who is the obstructionist. I'm not going to call him a protester because he's an obstructionist. The other agents don't have their guns pulled. They just go, that's it right there. He reached for the gun. They cried gun. The guy in gray walks away from the fight. He is pulling away from the fight, okay? There's a reason. It's because he pulled the firearm, okay? You're watching what some are saying right there, him grabbing towards his waistband for that gun. I can't verify that. I can't verify intent. But what I can tell you is that same gray agent, from Washington Post, picked out part of this. They didn't pick out the most important part, but they picked out part of this. Here's the exact same video dubbed over with a circle showing you what I just tried to show you. Again, remember, that gray agent in the middle of the frame is the important piece that you want to pay attention to. I'm just killing the audio because I don't need it. The gun was removed. Absolutely was removed. That is irrefutable at this point. The gun is removed, and then as he's moving forward, that agent right there pulls the gun out, and he is disarmed, and he starts walking away. That gun is no longer on that person. That gun. I can't tell you anything else. I'm telling you that gun. That gun is removed. That is the SIG P320, which everyone is getting all paying attention to, getting all up in a bluster about. The gun was removed right there. You can see it. But now it gets interesting because there's a term in the gun world called contagious gunfire. Contagious gunfire is something that when you hear a gunshot, you are automatically inclined to react to that gunshot. And if you have a gun in your hand, you're supposed to override the ability or the impulse to fire your gun. I'm not saying anyone did anything wrong in this contagious gunfire perspective. What I'm trying to illustrate a point, right? When you're on a gun range and someone fires a gun and you're ready to go down range, you have the impulse to do it too. That's That is a well-known thing, okay? But anyway, this is the other angle of that exact same gray agent, and I'm getting to the meat of this. Watch. That same gray agent, you see, he's just disarmed. It's the other angle of what I just showed you. He has the gun in his right hand, and he is walking away. And that is the instance right then that he's moving away, and that's when the shooting happens. All right, I want to zoom in on that agent because that agent is the important piece to this. And I'm not putting blame on individual agents. I'm showing you objectively what I think just happened. Now, this is a zoomed in and a slowed down video. Watch. This is important, okay? That same agent walks away, the gun, he pulls, and did you see that? Hold on, this is really important, guys. I've got to show you this. Watch this agent's hands, okay? The gray agent in the gray baseball cap. He walks away from the fight with the gun, and as he's running like this, you're going to see his arm go like this. Like you're going to see it react to something. Watch. Play it again. Watch his right arm. As it goes, he just pulls the gun. The mag falls. He turns. His gun, he just changed his arm. His arm just changed trajectory, okay? There's a reason that happens, and I'm going to show you in a second when we zoom in and watch. I want you to watch the gray agent's arm, and I want you to watch the slide, and I want you to watch his reactions to his body language when this happens. Again, you're watching it. There's the gun. He's going back and forward, and all of a sudden, he angles out to the side, okay? I'm going to play it again because he changed his momentum. When you do that, there's a reason. Some people say you can see a slide go back and forth when that happens because the gun went off. And in the audio, there's one shot followed by multiple shots. This is not an overt murder by ICE agents. What this looks like to me, and I'm not there, this is my theory, I cannot prove this 100%. I'm merely bringing this out, and you can tell me what you think in the comments below. It looks like the gun that was in this agent's hand right here is the one that was the first shot, and you can see the slide move right there. The slide does move, and then you see his body language change. He changes trajectory all of a sudden, right? He's going forward, 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 slide moves, angles outward, okay? So what you're looking at, in my opinion, is the gun in his hand is the one that was fired first after the other agents yelled gun, gun, gun. And then the other agents, hearing the words gun, 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 reach for their firearms. They hear a gunshot, which presumably would be this one. And then they fire at the target that fired the gun after it was screamed out gun, gun, gun. That's what looks like happened to me. That is not murder. That is a series of unfortunate events that are coinciding with bringing a gun to an obstructionist event and then law enforcement practice. What it looks like is a complete and total combination of awful and terrible events culminating in the death of this man. That's what this looks like. It doesn't look like it's an intent of ICE officers to kill anyone. It looks like the training met the reality, met a negligent discharge. That's what that looks like. But I'm going to bring a little bit more into this for you as well. This part, I want to show you the reactions. And again, this video might be a little bit longer, but I think this is an important one because it's pretty much, you've cut out all the crap and you're getting the meat of it. I want you to pay attention to a few things here because this is a video that's circulating showing a bullet impact on the ground. Okay, there's no doubt from the audio there was a bullet shot before the others were shot, right? It came from somewhere. Didn't magically occur. I want you to pay attention to the circle that they put on this screen in a dub over that says there was a gunshot and an impact on the pavement. Watch this. Kill the audio again. So they're saying that right there in that circle is where the bullet impacts the ground. I'm just telling you what the video says. But I want you to pay special attention to something in the positioning of the people and the agents. Do you see that guy in the gray right there? With the sun shining on the right shoulder, that's the agent I've been showing you in all these videos. His arm is out to the right, which is what I showed you again. Do you notice this guy directly to his right in the brown right there? He's jumping backwards. He is actively jumping in a reverse direction from some sort of catalyst that is near him. Let me zoom out again, and I'm going to walk you through all of it one more time. I'm going to back this up and watch where they say that this circle, the bullet actually strikes. Wait for it. Right there. That is directly in line with the guy in the gray, which is right behind, right? That circle directly above. You see this agent on the right jump backwards and react to something. And then you see the guy in brown right there react to something. Let me play it for you. You can see it. They're all reacting, okay? You do not jump like that unless there's a catalyst to jump like that, right? What I believe happened, and this is just my take from looking at all the clips, agents yelled gun. The gun was removed by the guy in the gray. After the gun was removed, he turned around and ran away from the individual fight, which is right there, okay? Pulled the gun, runs away. Then the gun is discharged on accident. This did not look intentional, right there. The gun goes out and flares, right? And then after gun, well, first of all, a fight, then gun, then a gun discharges, the other agents respond to their training and they eliminate the threat. I believe that that is what happened. I think that that is objectively what you're looking at right now from all the individuals, the reactions and all the angles. Everything else is superfluous. I think that's what caused the entire thing. But you guys can tell me what you think in the comments field below, because I think that that is objectively a collective series of events which ended up in a horrible outcome because the left has built a rhetoric that's going to put people in a dangerous situation, which can all culminate into this. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'm Braden. See you later.